Have extra power in your pocket, last long, and play long. Lanicom po of Lanicom Views, presenting to you a power-packed phone in the battery department from UMIDIGI. UMIDIGI's Power series is up for its latest iteration, the UMIDIGI Power 5. Join me in this unboxing and experience video. At the end, let us see para kanino fit itong device na ito. Before we proceed, if you are watching now, I would really appreciate clicking the subscribe button. Thanks! To start, here are some notable specs ng UMIDIGI Power 5. Ang key spec nito ay ang battery with 6,150 mAh battery. Ang processor ay MediaTek Helio G25 with 3 or 4 GB of RAM. Ang camera ay 16 megapixel with ultra-wide and macro. Display is 6.53 inches with 720p resolution. Operating system na stock Android 11 and more than the usual, ito ay mayroong infrared thermal scanner. This is priced at 5,590 or 6,590 depende sa storage variant. This is the yellow box of UMIDIGI Power 5. This is a new look compared to the previous UMIDIGI. Brand logo is also new. Upon opening the first layer, you will directly see the UMIDIGI Power 5 phone. The clear jelly case is pre-installed and as you can see, the case protects the phone well. The phone is covered with a protective film in front and back, and upon peeling this off, there is a pre-installed screen protector film. Next layer is an envelope containing the SIM ejector tool and document. Next is the compartment for the charging brick, a USB-A to USB-C charging and data cable. And that is it. The phone is ready to use. Let us now check the phone's aesthetics. This is the green color. This is a bubbly color we have here. This is also available in black and blue color. We have a single color all throughout the body. When you look closely, there is a fine line pattern. And this pattern back is textured. The fine line is like engraved into its body. The advantage of this is that our fingerprint won't mark on the surface. Also here is a big printing, Beyond Dreams. Tingin ko ito ang statement ng UMIDIGI ngayon. It is a unibody design all made of plastic. The size is 164.8mm tall and 76.9mm wide at may thickness na 9.9mm. This is weighing at 211 grams. It feels good enough in the hands. It's quite heavy, possibly due to its extra battery. Overall, it feels comfortable. And now let's check out the components on the side. At the bottom part, loudspeaker here, USB-C port for charging and data transfer, and this is also OTG capable. A microphone. At the top is the headphone port. On the left side, we have a SIM tray and keyhole. It can cater 2 nano SIM cards and another slot for micro SD card. Also, on the left, we have a customizable button to launch applications. On the right side, the power button that also functions as a fingerprint scanner. Then the volume keys. At the back, we have 3 cameras and 2 LED flash. Also here is the thermometer sensor. The cluster is enclosed on a rounded rectangular bump. And pansinin nyo, there is a square highlight here in silver color. In front, a glass screen. No branding specified by UMIDIGI. We have the ambient light and proximity sensor around here, front-facing camera, and the ear speaker here on the top. When it comes to its display, UMIDIGI Power 5 has a 6.53 inches IPS display measured diagonally. This is 720p in resolution at 20:9 ratio. We have a camera notch on the upper center. The brightness level is average. No light bleeding on the corners of the display. The display setup is basic enough for your multimedia needs and daily communication needs. Power 5 has a single loudspeaker. Sound is quite basic, good enough for your notifications and loudspeaker on voice calls, and also when you are watching video as needed.
I can follow UMIDIGI Facebook page to know their latest promos and updates. Join their giveaway contests and get to know the UMIDIGI community. Link is in the description. Thank you!
As a communication device, it can connect to 2G, 3G, and 4G cellular networks. Wala pa tayong 5G dito. This phone is capable of voice over LTE on both SIMs. For Wi-Fi, it can connect to 2.4 and 5 GHz. It can also be a Wi-Fi hotspot and has Wi-Fi Direct and Wi-Fi display. Additional connectivity using Bluetooth for data transfer and for accessories. For location naman, it has GPS, GLONASS, and Galileo. Still, here we have an FM radio. The fingerprint sensor for security, and now let us try this one. The sensor here is the thermal scanner. This is for its special tool, the contactless thermometer. To activate, open the thermometer app, point it to the subject for 3 to 5 centimeters. Then click measure. Pwede mo din gamitin ng volume key to start the reading. On battery and charging, this is equipped with 6,150 mAh battery. This is above average on today's standards. This is the specialty of this phone, kaya naman UMIDIGI Power ang pangalan niya. If ikaw ay casual user, a user that usually uses it on calls and texts, checks social media, view videos once in a while, it can last for at least 2 days or even more. I watched YouTube for 1 hour connected to Wi-Fi in mid-brightness and full volume, bumaba ito ng 4% battery. Ito ay mayroong 10-watt charger in the box that can charge the phone for around 3 hours and 30 minutes. UMIDIGI Power 5 is running Android 11. Swipe from left to right to change home pages at wala tayong app drawer as all apps are here in the home screen. Swipe down for the notification panel and switch toggles. This is stock Android at kita natin there is no customized skin used for this one. And take note, this is not an Android One phone. No bloatware here, and there are just 2 extra apps pre-installed. Ito ang thermometer app and also the Zello push-to-talk app. Additional customization here in the settings is to set the function of the customizable button to activate a specific app or command. Also, the Dura speed to optimize processing of an active application. This phone is processed by MediaTek Helio G25 octa-core processor. Ang mayroon ako dito ay ang 3GB RAM with 64GB storage. Ito ay processor from MediaTek as an entry-level processor for gaming. Kung para sa mga daily applications lang, walang magiging problema dito. Okay na okay din ito sa matagalang video watching. It might struggle a bit kung masyadong madaming open na apps or if you are running a heavy game. So, if you are a heavy user, better get the 4GB variant. This is powered with Helio G25 with PowerVR 8320. Let us try using this phone on games. Mention ko lang din, include ninyo ang game apps ninyo sa Dura speed and it might help to run the game better. Let us test some graphic-intensive games and see how it performs. On Call of Duty Mobile, we have low graphics and high frame rate. I was able to play Call of Duty with no major issues here. Responsive naman ang controls and we have very acceptable gameplay on Call of Duty.
Down! Sniper! I'm hurt! Enemy contact! Target down!
On Asphalt 9, set in the highest graphic settings, this is running well too. If you play the game repeatedly, it becomes more stable. Frame drops happens occasionally. On Mobile Legends, high graphics with high frame rate is available. Also, this is running decently. And now let's check its camera. This phone has total of 4 cameras. At the back, a 16 megapixel main camera 8 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 5 megapixel macro lens, and this is aided with 2 LED flash. In front, we have an 8 megapixel AI camera. Let me show you the interface. Dito sa top, we can toggle the flash, AI camera, and HDR. We have the settings here to enable guidelines, timer, resolution, and also we have an anti-shake here. On the lower part, we have the switch for the ultra-wide and digital zoom, also the macro lens. Swipe left or right para mag-change ng modes. Mayroon tayo ditong beauty mode, video, portrait, and on the extra, night mode, panorama, and pro mode. Camera might not be the strength of the UMIDIGI Power 5, but it will give you good enough for quick captures and documentation. Pinakamaganda kung well-lit ang kukuhanan. Best ang outdoor sunlight. Here are some sample taken from the ultra-wide lens. And here is a sample of a macro shot. The night mode, kailangan pa din ng assistance ng light kapag ganito kadilim. On video, it can record up to 1080p resolution. No digital stabilization here. This is a video sample of the UMIDIGI Power 5. We have 1080p resolution with 30 frames per second. That is it for our overview tour of UMIDIGI Power 5. And let me cite the advantages of this phone. So primarily, you will buy this phone for the long battery endurance. If you are the one that does not like to charge your phone very often, it will give you endurance for more than a day. Second, if you find the contactless thermal scanner useful to you, very few phones or possibly only UMIDIGI phones ang mayroon nito ngayon sa panahon na to. So para kanino ang phone na ito? This phone is for the users that need to be connected, that is always mobile, yung laging umaalis or nasa labas. Dahil nga matagal ang battery, hindi ka hahanap ng charging port for quite a while. Ito ay best for those who binge-watch movies on the go. Sa mga nag-online schooling and meeting, okay na okay din siya. Best for casual users that needs to be connected always. Have the extra endurance power that will go beyond the usual. This is the UMIDIGI Power 5. This video was brought to you by UMIDIGI Philippines. Check out, like, and follow their Facebook page. You may enjoy promos and giveaways. See the latest news and updates on UMIDIGI devices. Link is on the description on this video. I hope nakatulong ito para ma-experience ninyo ang phone sa panonood lamang. Subscribe to Lanicom Views. Follow nyo din sa FB, Twitter, and Instagram ang Lanicom Views. Comment kayo at pag-usapan natin ang mga views ninyo and learn from each other. This is Lanicom of Lanicom Views. Hanggang sa muli!